peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Wise words there indeed from the master. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. It is wonderful to be with you once again. I just realized I should have filled up my water. I have plenty of coffee. No problems, everybody. I have plenty of coffee. I hope you're doing well. I'm having a strange day. I'm having a strange day, and it will continue to be a strange day after the stream as well. My plan for the day was completely blown out of the water. I'm in trouble again, but I really didn't think I would be, but I am. I'll tell you the story. There's a lot of very Jewy synagogue politics, okay, and it really is. It's so Jewy. So anyway, there's a person and a official in my town who we have frosty relations. Let us say we have extremely frosty relations. I think for reasonably good reason, right? And this particular official, somewhat of a controversial figure. Many people who used to be associated with my synagogue now no longer are because it's official. I mean, that's what they say. So anyway, very frosty relations. Now, I told through back channels in the synagogue, there's a thing called a Sefer Torah, where it's like this Torah, the Bible's got their big like scroll things, which you use in like different like religious ceremonies. They say, look, right now my wife isn't coming to the synagogue because of that, said official. So the Sefer Torah that she dedicated to, I really don't think should be used by that guy. I said, can you make sure that doesn't happen? Especially not in my presence. So it happened in my presence, and I was a bit peeved, right? But I kept it cool, right? I kept it super, super chill. I was really quiet, I can be a loud guy, right? I was super chill. I went up to the person. Somebody becomes an instant official sort of thing to facilitate, and I said, I think we need to ask a question of the rabbi of the town if this is appropriate, right? And I said it again, and then I went back to my chair. I was upset. I was noticeably upset, but I was really holding it together, right? So then, the said official decided not to use he sat down as well, right? So anyway, the story changed. So I figured I handled that in as kosher way as humanly possible, right? Because I think if I'm right and this is problematic, then we should avoid doing it, on a biblical religious level, right? So anyway, I figured that was the way I did it, really quiet. So the story was I went and punched him in the face. I was like, yeah, blah! And then I shook the Torah scroll. This is mine. You shall not use it. None shall. I mean, that's essentially the story. So I'm in trouble for that. If I had done anything like that, I should be in trouble. Okay, that's fair enough. But anyway, this has taken up, oh my God, my whole day. So I had this plan today, right? I was going to get the new poster finished. Dominic really, this sometimes happened, wasn't nailing Tom Baker's face in the way that I think he could have. I would have. So I was going to get him to do another pass. I was going to pay him more money, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to take pass it myself. I was going to airbrush it out, and I was going to do it in his style and draw it because I'm an artist. I found a perfect reference picture. Sarah Jane's lovely, perfect. Everything I think I could do it. I think I could pull it off, right? If not, I'll pay him more and I'll have him do another go. But I thought I'd give it another go. That was my plan for today. Blown out the water, right? Blown out the water completely. Because they're they're super pissed off. Fortunately, hopefully I have a couple of friends even though I'm not a member of the synagogue, because our relations with this person is a bit frosty. The two of my friends who are on the synagogue board are coming to see me after this live stream, and I'm like, I got so much dirt on everybody, and I've been keeping my mouth shut about so much stuff. I've been saying I'm gonna burn the bloody town down, man. You know, like I'm like ready to blow, and I'm trying to keep calm, but I hope things stay calm, right? I think so. Anyway, that's what happened today, right? So the last hour, I did a clandestine meeting to do a back channel deal that may kill two birds with one stone and resolve this issue in an amicable way. So we have to see if that works out as well. So we've got all these things, but it's taken out my entire freaking day. That's what my day's been like. I am joined today by CARA NICOLE. I'm very, very excited. It's the first time we've had a cosplay on she's fantastic. Okay, here's my problem. CARA, I hope you can hear. When I try and research you, I just get mesmerized. I mean, it's like I'm like scrolling through whatever it is, and I'm like, then 10 minutes have gone by, and I'm just staring at the same picture. I don't know what you do. It's like a siren song. I just can't stop looking. You are so good at what you do, and also you can do other stuff. Then you can sing, you do comedy, you do all kind of crap. It's like this is incredible. So I'm really fascinated to talk to you. I can't wait to bring. I want to build it up a little bit. I want to pump up the. Yeah, what we'll bring on to quickly say hello. Quickly say hello. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
God, you don't need to try and look gorgeous. You just are. I have to tell you, you are. I'm not joking. I mean, other than my wife, of course, you are the most beautiful woman I've ever spoken to. Right? I have to tell you what.
You haven't spoken to very many women, have you?
No, well, okay, darling. There's nobody as attractive as you. Let me ask you: how much work does it take to stay in as good shape as you're in? Is it natural, or do you have to torture yourself?
Oh, it's torture. I mean, I've got to find people that are in good health. I got to lure them over, extract their body essence. COVID has been terrible for this. I'm a vampire, and meeting you guys and hanging out with people at conventions, that's how I suck out your life force and make it my own.
Well, I can't imagine you'll get much resistance. That's all I can say. Fine. So here, stay tuned. Cara's coming. Cara, is there anything you would like to promote before I take you off again?
I think that we're going to make them wait.
Okay, I think you're right. Keep them waiting. There you go. So there you go. That's CARA NICOLE. I'm telling you, she is so stunningly talented. It's crazy. I have so much stuff I want to ask her about. But so let's look at the chat. Who is here today? GDB Chronicles, how are you? Evening Rabbi, Hell chat. I hope you're doing well there. Well, you've heard about my day, right? I was going to be doing this drawing. I had my videos for today planned, right? I'm going to do the 48 ways one is ready to go. And I was thinking about dropping a big finish review of what's it called again? The Time Lord Victorious one, which actually wasn't bad. It's one of the better Time Lord Victorious ones. But I thought, I'll leave it till tomorrow. But I was all set to go. And this synagogue pollen had just sucked the life out of me, much like Cara. But, listen, I think I'd much rather have the life sucked out of me by Cara than by my synagogue, right? I think that sounds much more fun. Okay, let's go to the chat. Critical Blast, how are you? Courting male gaze. Oh, yes, I got to show Cara the male gaze cards. I would love to hear her take on it. Ethan Black, how you doing? Grumpy Jody Bear. We love Grumpy Jody Bear. Grumpy Jody Bear makes everything better. Exactly. Hello, whom is another critic says Snows Bar. Bird gaze initiated. Yes, I know. We are excited. We are excited. Again, there's lots of male gaze tonight. Cara doesn't know. The male gaze is a series of art cards that go with my my Indiegogo comic books. I'm looking forward to showing them to you. Who we got? Derek Mamanis is here. Mapleball 23. How are you doing, PD Rich? How are you, PD Rich? Was it you who was unsubscribed today? Somebody was. Someone said, make sure if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. That's very, very important. Problem being, how are you, sir? Evening to you. Early evening for you. It's 5 o'clock. For me, it's still light out by me. I'm just looking at my window. That wasn't me having a fit. But no, it's still light out for me. James Aiken says hello. Wookiee Fever 1969. Maybe, baby, if you're going to get Wookiee Fever, you've got to get 1969, right? 1969. Speaking of which, let me check my Indiegogo, right? Because I got to find the link. It's over here. Let me check my Indiegogo because it was at 6,900 and change, right? And as you know, 69. One of my favorite numbers. Are we still there? Yeah, we're at 6993. So if anybody makes a purchase, it will stop me making this joke because 69 is, as you know, one of my favorite numbers. Well, as I say, I love the 6. The 6, freaking awesome. I can go for the 6 all day long. The 9, fair. I'll take it. I'll do the 9. Don't get me wrong. I will do that 9 to get the 6. But the 6 is the one, right? So there you go. When we stop me making that joke, make a purchase. That's what I would recommend. The link is in the video. It's also the link to Cara's Indiegogo Fire Bitch, which I've got a lot of questions about that as well. So we'll give you the 1969. How are you, sir? Disaster. I said hello. Disaster. Well, I'll say hello. Hex Island Comics. How are you? Here we go. P.D. Richards. Hello to Critical Blast. Says hello to Booty Deuce. Oh man, it just went crazy. It just jumped. Where's Booty Deuce? It's Booty Deuce. Booty Deuce is in the house. How are you, sir? In the house. I am showing how old I am. This jumpers are gonna love this live stream. No, I'm gonna love it even more, baby. I'm gonna love it even more. This is gonna be awesome. Keely Chow is here. Who we got? And Darren M. Darren, how are you? Canadia's finest French. Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox has joined us. So let's have a quick look. We'll have a quick look at the thumb. And then, I think anticipation has been drawn out a little bit too long. Oh, actually, I should get the male gaze going as well. 1 second. Let's do that. Okay. There's my coffee. My coffee is here. That is good. I'm telling you, I am such a Luddite. I have my folder is called Use This. I'm not joking. Literally, it's called Use This. Because I'm like such a I will use the wrong one. Here we go. Okay, I've got those files going. Lock and low, baby. Lock and low. And it's taking its time. We will go through the male gaze stuff when Nicole's on. I very much value her input on this. I would really like to know. But we will look at the thumbnail quickly. Now, I have to tell you, this wasn't my favorite image, okay? It's incredible. She picked out the right one. I had this, wait, do I have it? I should show it to you. It's like this 1950s, sci-fi one I wanted to do, but then I really wanted to promote Nicole's book. But I will show you the image that I wanted to use. There we go. That's the male gaze loaded up. She cried. 1 second. And then, there you go. That's it. Oh my God. Okay, I want to say the thumbnail just opened up on my screen, right? Ignore what's going on there. So it's not responsive. No, well, I can see why. I mean, the thumbnail just opened, so Carl just went blunk right in front, and I'm like mesmerized. I'm like, okay, yes. I mean, she must think all men are dummies, right? They must think all men are like, oh, yes, I'll do whatever you say. Let's look at the thumbnail very quickly. We have Angry Jody Bear. Angry Jody, we love Angry Jody Bear. Now, Cara, Angry Jody Bear is the representation of the progressive fan who is they're a bit of a woke scored. That would say they're a bit of a woke scored. So they're like, trigger warning, objectification, hell! And you're like, I couldn't really get your voice, right? So I did, boy, you're just an uptight little dweeb, aren't you? Although I can't imagine you saying that. I'm ready for my close-up, Rabbi. I do hope you don't mind it being a bit late. So we're going to be talking a deep dive into cosplay, comics, Fire Bitch, and life. I wanted to know what you think about all the above. We're going to be looking at Project Avalon, the first in the expanding Blake 7 universe. They just dropped the cover for that save. So Cara has no idea what Blake 7 is. We will tell her. And Chris Eccleston, we're going to look at, if we have time, we're going to, again, I got to meet my 2 friends from my synagogue ball because I'm in trouble, right? So I got to be done by then. Chris Eccleston did his Q&A with Big Finish. It's 8 minutes long. He's just so miserable. Chris, cheer up, mate. It's all okay, right? It's all okay. So there we go. Fine. Let's say goodbye to Nicole and let's say hello to Nicole. How are you, Nicole?
Hello. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Good. You sound it. You sound very excited, very happy.
This is normal for my show. Yes.
Oh, good.
We like to be upbeat.
we're in very different time zones. Like I'm only on like my second jar of coffee.
Oh right, so I'm on my evening coffee. There you go. But ships that pass in the night. You're in Glensdale, right?
I'm in where?
In Glensdale?
Yes.
Where is that? That's the West Coast. That's California.
No, I'm actually in Arizona.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Are you like a refugee from? Did you run screaming?
Yes,
from
I'm
California?
a refugee from yes, from everywhere. And the next show I'm on, I'll be a refugee from yours.
Yeah, so listen, I saw you were booked on was it Mandy's program, which is when I saw you, and I started looking at your book. I'm like, oh, that's awesome! You're perfect for my channel. Yeah, I've got so much I have to ask you.
Good. Yes, because my book takes place on an alien planet in the outer space.
Here you go. We will find out. We will look at the production. Let me ask you. How did did you go into cosplay first and then into modeling into cosplay? How did you get to be where you are now? What were you as a 5-year-old girl to here in like a minute and a half?
You know, I was a cosplay kid. I was a comic book nerd, and then I found a charity group for cosplay. I joined it. I ran it. It fell apart. That wasn't my fault. And then I started writing, editing, and getting covers for books. And it just kind of snowballed. I've worked for Marvel Comics at San Diego Comic-Con. I worked for Big City Comics. I have more cosplay covers than any cosplayer ever in the world.
Really?
I do. I do.
No
and then I became a writer, started doing some writing for some things, then I became a comic book colorist as well. So,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So I do all the things.
Oh, really? I hate coloring. That's the one job I hate doing. I like writing. I like drawing. I hate coloring. It's like I hire colorists.
Ah.
I'm not a fan of color. So how did you get into comic books?
Like I said, it was just kind of an accident. I was doing cosplay, and then I got hit up to do cover for a novel. And
no. You said you do like you'd like comic books when you're a kid. Like
oh,
when you're a kid.
No, I just friends. It's like people had stuff. I grew up a poor child, and so like whatever my friends had, it was like, oh, what do you have? And I would look through their stuff, and it's like, oh, I like this. So yeah.
So like what sort of stuff would you like?
I love Black Cat. I call her Homewrecker. I love that. Superman, of course, that's kind of like every kid's favorite. Power Girl, obviously.
By the way,
a lot of DC Marvel.
I love about your cosplay. When you're in different characters, you totally emote differently. Like your smile for Power Girl is totally different than your smile for another character. It's really weird, but it's very impressive.
Thank you. I think so too. There's times where I even look like at my Daphne Velma. I've done both characters, and it looks completely different.
Right.
I just have one of those faces, easily forgettable, hides in a crowd. So, unfortunately, being in cosplay and changing your look doesn't hide you from creditors.
Well, yeah, I imagine not. So anyway, so you started. So what was your first? Did you do modeling first or cosplay first?
Well, I'd done modeling here and there. I did acting.
So I did some acting. About your first acting job?
Oh, I don't even remember my first acting job. There was, there's a lot of like free things you do. And so I don't know what I would consider what. My first big modeling job was actually Magic the Gathering. I am the model for the Amara Tandris.
Okay, I have no idea what that is, but that sounds.
Magic the Gathering, the card game. One of the cards. I know that is. Yeah, one of the cards is actually. I modeled for that, and then I modeled for the next one when they advanced her and changed her up a little bit, based on the character, and so I was the model for that as well. I've been on some Michael Bradley books. You definitely like him. He does a lot of like sci-fi kind of stuff, and I've done so much stuff. I've done things for YouTube for other people, horror flicks. I was actually just
I like that. Your horror stuff's really fun. That's what I really love about your portfolio, Weber. It's fun. It's eclectic and it's fun. Everything makes most things in it make me giggle, and I like that. It's just on the right edge of between. It's a little bit too dirty, but still okay.
Yes, that's what I like.
It's exactly in that right, edge. It pushes the envelope enough, but leaves it enough to the imagination.
Well, but it's real. It's very, very real.
Believe me, I've been looking very closely. Believe me, I have.
Good. Yeah, it's funny because you'll get like men, if they see a nipple, they're like, a nipple. Oh my God. A woman sees the same nipple. Oh my God, my eyes, they're burned forever.
That's very true. Listen, you must think most men are like total dummies, because I guess, aren't men stupid around you?
Oh, no. It's not most men are total dummies. It's most people are total dummies.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah, just in general, people have misconceptions about things. They have ideas about things. No one actually researches anymore. We literally have the world at our fingertips. In your phone, you can learn anything, but people just don't. I'm surprised that people know how to read. And so anyone that actually reads my books, I am incredibly grateful just to know that there is still some intelligent life out there. Why are we so focused on that? In the universe, is there intelligent life out there? There's not intelligent life here.
There isn't much. That is true. Let me pull up your project or your book. 1 second. So I guess there's a Fire Bitch 1 as well.
Yes, absolutely. That was put out last year. Now you can get Fire Bitch 1 as an add-on to this campaign as well, or you can just come to me directly, go to my store, and order Fire Bitch 1 for a different cover from there. But we have a special Fire Bitch 1 cover for this campaign.
Right.
And Fire Bitch is the story of a social media diva, Instaho, who.
Well, I have to tell you, you went into explaining it very, very well. I was about to ask you, and you did it. I'm very impressed.
Oh, that was actually Alfred. He writes things, and then I go and I gut it and redo it. So he really is just a mastermind, and I am very fortunate to be able to work with him. You can see his line art is incredible.
That's right.
So this is a very exciting story.
Right.
Like I said, about a girl who gets accidentally transported to an alien world. And for all you flat earthers out there, it is a flat planet.
Oh, very good. Very cool.
Yes. So that's very exciting. It's covered with domes. And so she gets transported out there. She gets superpowers by accident. And this world is under attack. And so they need help fighting against neighboring aliens who are trying to take them over and hurt them and do bad things to them. So they need her to do this, and she's like, selfie. She doesn't care. She's worried about her own stuff. Like, are you gonna buy me something from my Amazon?
Fine. So, but how does she save the world then if she's like this vacuous social media diva?
How do you convince this girl who is selfish and only cares about herself and what she wants and what she needs? She's taking care of number one over here. How do you convince this woman that helping your planet survive is a good, important thing to do? And these are questions we ask ourselves every day, but we don't ask. You just don't think about it. What makes you help someone you don't know? You see someone on the side of the road pushing their car. What prompts you to stop and help them out? Why should you help them out? Are you getting anything from it? So these are all questions that come into play in our lives. In issue 1, it was about her getting there and gaining these powers and deciding to help them. And in issue 2, we're getting in depth a little bit more. So you've got your standard good guy, bad guy. And we believe in life that there are clear-cut lines, but there's not. Think about it. Every jerk everyone that's a terrible person that they have friends. They have people that support them. They have people that think they're the good guy. So you got to ask yourself, well, maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe I'm the villain. So we get to delve into that a little bit more here. Where people's lines are, what lines you're willing to cross. We all say we have boundaries, but those boundaries will get pushed depending on your situation and what's going on. So we're really pushing some boundaries. We're really digging into these characters. Who's who? Why are people doing what they're doing? I never ask what you think because I don't care. I want to know why You think it.
I get so like how many pages is
This one is the last one was 32. This one's 36.
Very cool. Very nice. Okay.
So these are long. These are longer comic books. You're getting a real big bang for your buck.
Okay.
And we've got all of these amazing covers.
I'm telling you, there's so much stuff. I mean, like normally when I look at somebody's thing, I'm like, there's just so much stuff you're offering. I don't even know where to start. There's like all this stuff is cool though. But
yeah,
let's look at the packages. Okay, you're doing my head. There's so much good stuff. What package should I look at?
Well, you can start with the cosplay package. So we've got all these tiers. You can get any tier and you can add on any book. You can add on any book as a print. You can add on other issues. You can add on my 24x4 inch poster.
Cosplay super pack?
Sorry?
Is this the one we're talking about, the cosplay super pack?
Well, you're not there yet. Oh, yeah. You're looking on that side. Okay, because the cosplay super pack comes with all 5 cosplay covers plus 3 cosplay prints. And that's
you got it bigger down here. There you go.
Yeah, it's bigger down there. There you go. So yeah, you get 5 cosplay covers. We've got our rocker cover, our 80s Fire Goes On style rocker cover, holofoil. Yeah, well, we actually have a music video. We have 3 music videos from the Fire Bitch campaign already released with original songs from me and Alfred Trujillo called Fire Bitch, Fire Goes On, and Social Media Diva. So those are a lot of fun. And so we've got a cosplay topless cover. We've got the rocker cover, the 80s cover, foil, lingerie. You're kind of getting a little bit of everything. Plus you're getting 3 11x17 prints, and you can add on anything you want.
Very cool. Very cool. So, the campaign's doing fantastically. How have you been promoting? How are you doing so? Whenever I have people on, I just like pump them from information. How are you doing so well with your campaign? Like, where have you been? Like, how are you promoting it?
Well, so I have been doing this for a while. People think, oh, you just came out and you did all this. No, honey. I've been doing this for 10 years. And I put out my first book in 2012, and it was the AZ Power Girl CARA NICOLE photo book. And Alfred Trujillo came up with the concept, and it's essentially an artist sketchbook. You go to a Comic-Con, you see a comic book sized book, and it's an artist sketchbook that has all of their their sketches, their drawings, their art, and that sort of thing. Well, he had the idea to create a cosplay book in a similar format. And so
that's a good idea. That is a good idea, actually.
Yeah, and that went into 3 issues. We crowdfunded issue 2, 3, and then a re-release of issue 1 because it was, a smaller book. We expanded on it, updated everything, and those are still available as well on my store.
Right.
And so,
by the way, all Cara's links are in the video notes.
Thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that. There's a lot of links, But yeah, it started there. And because I work in comic books, I didn't follow a cosplay model. You'll see a lot of cosplayers doing the same thing, going to the same places. And there's like the idea of how you do a job. And there's the cosplay standard of what they do. And I never followed that. I was one of the first cosplayers to buy my own table at a convention and sell my prints that way. Whereas other cosplayers were either there as guests of an artist or guests of whatever.
Oh, really? The people weren't doing that before you?
No.
Wow. I mean, honestly, it seems so obvious, but it's always going to be the first person who has the idea, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I wanted to do this. I wanted to, and so I would get a table at a show or at a convention or whatever, and I would pay my own way, and I promoted myself that way. And then as social media expanded, I put things out there. I was actually blacklisted on Facebook for many, many years. I had some haters, and they would just go and report. And I've been banned 5 times.
Okay.
So just for things that aren't even as risque as what other people put.
Like what on earth have you? You see, I'm a perfectly lovely person. What on earth could you have done? what got you banned?
I don't know, but somebody's really out to get me. So yeah, that's kind of what
happens. It does happen. You do get listen, weasels come after you. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so how do you decide what to cosplay?
I do what I want.
No, I understand, but let's like what do you look for in cosplay?
It depends. I have so many different things. Like we had talked about, I did a Raid Area 51 cosplay set.
I was pulling that up.
I love that. I loved when everyone was like, we're going to go Raid Area 51. I'm like, you're going to screw it up. It's going to be amazing. And I really want this to happen. And then they bitched out and didn't do it. And so, yeah, I did a photo set for that, which actually ties into a story that I'm working on for one of my books coming out called Unstable Frequencies.
Okay, one second. Is this the is this the one we're talking about? Because
that is Bunny from that's Bunny Goes to Space.
Right.
And that is actually a cosplay cover for Alton Simpson's Bunny Goes to Space. And there were 4 images that he had for his products for his book. But no. And this was like alien head pasty.
Oh, really? Oh
yeah.
That's what I was going to. I just thought this was so funny. It's made me giggle.
Yeah, Mark says Black Phantom to Bunny Goes to Space, quite the range. Yeah, I do so many different things, but this is Bunny Goes to Space. Like I said, I work for a lot of other creators as well, and I've got my helmet right there in the background, and that was his project.
Do you ever use your real hair? Is it always wigs, or is it sometimes you?
No. I use my real hair. I use my real hair all the time.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll use extensions. So like I did Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassins, where it's half my real hair, and then I've got extensions, and then I've got some Naughty Fairies where I've got a wig. Fire Bitch is my hair with an extension.
Right.
To make it a little bit longer. Power Girl is usually my real hair.
Okay, fine. So yeah, your real hair was there. By the way, I should pull some of that. I just love those very like classic 1950s Power Girl kind of poses, the half cape. I really like that stuff.
Oh, you should check out some of my music videos. I did a Lady Dimitrescu, which is a new character. She's a very old style character for Resident Evil coming out. And I Put a Spell on You. I did that song in that cosplay. And because there were so many different versions, we mixed it up and kind of made it our own and created our own version of the song.
That's smart. Now you can sell it.
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, Screamin' Jay Hawkins still owns it, but I loved the idea of that very old school, classic, bluesy type of music. So we mix it up. We do different kinds of songs all the time. Our next release drops tomorrow, and it is Take On Me by Aha.
Yes, I thought you were doing that. I love that song. So yeah, I'm looking.
Well, and we've got 5 different costumes in that.
Sorry?
5 different costumes are in it from 5 different creators. We've got Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassins, Bunny Goes to Spaces in there, Kitty Banger from Totally Rad Comics, and Fire Bitch, and what's the other one? And what? Lily the Demoness from Codex Entertainment. So we took 5 indie characters from 5 different creators and mashed it up into this one video. Last month's video was Eye of the Tiger with Chitara.
Okay, so yeah. I saw that on your Twitter. Again, your Twitter feed is like really strong weed. You just find yourself going, and just stay, because it's always interesting. It's
always something different.
It really is. Yeah, absolutely. What else? So how does somebody like, okay, let's say I got a comic book coming up and I want you to do a cosplay cover. How do we work that out? Do I just pay you or like
pretty much?
Sorry.
Yeah, you pretty much message me. I get a lot of, how much is it? Well, it depends on the complexity of your costume, how many images you want, all of these things. There's a lot to go into it. So every job is on a case-by-case basis. You're out in Europe. There is, have you heard of Sisterhood?
No.
It's a comic book by Richard Boom, and it's a mummy book. And he hit me up. So yeah, and he's out in the Netherlands. So I've got cosplay covers even out your way.
Listen, I will really, if I can get a regular, because I try and have, reasonably titillating thumbnails for different brands. If I could get a regular person, and then we can, different costumes every week, we will talk. That'd be great. If I can afford it, that'd be great. I probably can't. But
I said it always depends on what you're doing. So I put out photo sets that are as simple as, you know, bikinis, but then I also have costumes that I built from the ground up. So it just really depends on what the project is. I was on Patriotica for the original suit with the black corset and the American flag striped outfit, and I had to build that from the ground up. I couldn't even find fabric that had that style. I mean, you can find white, but you can't find it in certain patterns.
This is the thing that really fascinates me about cosplay, because there's, making comic, you don't realize how much goes into it. Cosplay, there's so many elements you have to do to pull it together. I mean, and then you look beautiful on top of it. So there's that. It's like there's so many things you've got to again, the design, the fabrics. I wouldn't even think about the fabrics.
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't think about the fabric, and that's very important. I'll get people like, "Oh, you should wear this latex outfit. I'm allergic to latex. I will die."
Okay. Oh, so I'm sorry. One second. Just flicked. Oh, here, one second. Let me just show you the with my campaign. I got 2 graphic novels. One second. Where's the picture of it? It kind of looks like this, or this was from like a week or so ago. Okay, two graphic novels in the campaign. Well, I'll talk about later.
That's good.
Are they up? I think they are. If you buy them, you get a bunch of extras. Okay, so the extras you get are a series of cards I call For the Male Gaze. My audience likes to write For the Male Gaze. These are based on things that would turn me on. I would say my masturbatory fantasies when I was 12 years old, right? And they kind of still work. But again, the realization of this is all art by Dominic Racho. So the first one, of course, we did a James Bond one, right? So
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and now I just love the way he's got the turn of the model just right, and the underwear, just everything there, absolutely perfect. It's called Keeping the British End Up. Have you ever seen The Spy Who Loved Me?
I have not watched it, but I do know the reference, and I've seen, That's glorious.
Yeah, that was the last line in it. As James Bond explained what he was doing. He was keeping the British End Up. The second one is based on a TV show called Space 1999. You ever heard of Space 1999?
No.
They wore more clothes than this normally. Normally they wore more clothes. Oh, the next one is something I would... next one I would definitely... It's going to be a fortune to do, but work out how to do a cosplay series, because no one's done a good one. And I think you are the perfect person. But not this one, the next one. Hold your breath. It's coming. But this one, Space 1999... they normally wore more clothes than this. This is set on Moonbase Alpha. This is computer program Sandra Baines. They had the very funky guns with would do that. He's got Dominic got the background. Everything. We call this one Party like it's 1999. But the one I would love to see cosplay as is 2018's Judge Anderson. You would be freaking perfect as Judge Anderson. Have you ever heard of Judge Anderson?
I haven't.
Oh, one second. Let me find some more pictures.
Is it Judge Dredd kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, one second. I'm just pulling up some.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
1 second, because again, you are. This is sci-fi-ish. Oh, these are all terrible pictures. Let me find some good ones. Here, 1 second. Let me just share this. Oh, you know, I can just move it over here. 1 second. This is we're just this is working in real time.
So my personal recommendation would be, since you already have art for all of these, pick something you don't have art for and go in that direction, so that it's not just a copy of what you already have, it's another thing. And that's what I like to do with cosplay. Cosplay is not always just recreate. It's not just fan art of something that you already have. Pick something new.
Right.
Something you wouldn't commission as an art piece.
I always like the Vegas what's the one? The Stormtrooper. Yeah, have you ever seen him? Like the Elvis Stormtrooper. Oh, here. This is a little bit more what I'm thinking with Judge Anderson. But again, it's just I just see you.
I think it's a great idea. Fine,
but it's so expensive to do the whole costume. They cost a fortune.
It really depends. A lot of people so for a while there in the cosplay community, people were on the Warbler bandwagon. It was all about Warbler. That is expensive. And where I live, because we can get, last summer, we were around 120 degrees for like 2 months. And 120 Fahrenheit is very hot. And so your Warbler, if you took it outside, it would warp. Your hot glue would melt. I actually had quite a few pieces that I had outside to dry that just oozed apart into goo. And so a lot of people have switched back to the Eva foam. Those puzzle piece type mats for your garage?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, so
that's what a lot of this stuff is made out of now.
I'm sorry?
That's what a lot of the armor is made out of now.
Ah, right. But still, again, and you got you wouldn't need the helmet. It's a lot. They sell a costume, but it's like $2,000. It's crazy.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's
now
crazy.
I'm looking at the components of this, and there are things that I would purchase, I would modify, I would make. So it's just a matter of that sort of a thing.
Right. Again. Honestly, I just like that. I should listen. I should have you told the artist to look at you, because I think your face just nails it. Okay, this is a little bit too Barbie-esque. You would be better. Thank
you. Well, I'm really liking this idea. I'm thinking this might be a future cosplay.
Good. Listen, if it is, let me know. I'll show you my upcoming graphic novel, because that's all very steampunk, and I've never seen good steampunk. This we call this. Don't even think it isn't. This is the one that basically got me in trouble. It's ruined my life. Okay, this is a companion from a TV show called Doctor Who. Right?
Yes, we all know Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. So this is in the 1980s, exactly the same moment my puberty exploded. I would say she came on screen wearing spandex, right? And she's been trapped in my head ever since. I feel bad for this actress. She's still beautiful, by the way. Nicola Brunt. She's 60. She's still stunning. It's incredible. But she's been trapped in my head forever, and she's never going to go. Because I got 2 action figures of her, and you'll see this drawing is reasonably accurate. Yeah, and this is actually a costume she wore on TV. So this is my personification of sexuality. And it's just forever going to be in my head. And I felt bad. I felt like I've hijacked her. But you know what? I had no choice. What can I tell you? I'm only flesh and blood.
So can I say something in the Doctor Who realm that might get me chastised? Mm-hmm. I like Capaldi.
Everybody loves Capaldi.
Thank you. Not here. I don't like Capaldi.
Capaldi cosplay. Oh my God, a sexy Capaldi? Oh my God, that'd be all. Do a sexy
the eyebrows and the sunglasses.
Yeah, look, you do a calendar of sexy doctors. You couldn't print them fast enough. I'm telling you. I would so buy that.
I'm getting requests. I have been getting requests
like that. I would so buy that.
I might have to do some research of how I would do this.
Yeah. We can talk. If we want to work together, I will be ecstatic.
See, I don't like Capaldi. I love Capaldi. We all love Capaldi.
Who said they didn't like Capaldi?
I think it's an American thing. I think Americans are.
Marco does like Capaldi's awesome. Okay, especially that last season, which most people don't. I like the last season the best.
I loved Capaldi. I thought that how they ended his season was great storyline wise, but really pissed me off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I was so mad. Are we allowed to spoilers here for something?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that that Bill left him, I'm like, you just left him on the floor to die, you.
I
was so pissed.
But he wanted to die, right?
That's not the point. You don't just leave and be like, peace out.
I thought
stay with your friend for a little bit.
I love the scene of like she's standing in she's kneeling in the smoke, holding his body, and he tells her to go. Isn't that what happened? I can't remember.
I just give him a minute. Take silence.
Well, what happened was that's supposed to be the last episode, right? And it's supposed to regenerate then. but Chris Chibnall didn't want to write the Christmas slot. And so Moffat said, well, fine, we'll do one more. And I'm really glad they did because it was awesome.
See, and I didn't like when the new Doctor, I really thought that they should have taken a little more time with her regeneration when she regenerated, because, you know, usually you get that like, I'm feeling out my new body, I'm feeling out my brain, getting all that kind of, you know, and she just didn't do it. And I think that they tried to
in every way, shape, and form. I've never seen anybody less suited. I mean, oh my God! Listen, if I could flick a switch and turn reality so you were cast as a Doctor instead, everybody would be happier. Like everybody would be happier.
I'd be happy.
I mean, look. Firstly, I think you can act. Secondly,
I think I can act a little bit, you know,
into your performance. Again, I've seen that through your cosplay. There's genuine thought that go. I can see you emote, and I like you emoting as a different characters, right? You do this really cool, like 1950s one in like you're wearing a hat and like 1950s underwear. What was
that? Was the Lady Dimitrescu. That was the one that we did. I put a spell on you, and you can see a lot of what you're talking about in my music videos. Like I said, because I try to.
Oh, fine. Again, we will certainly pull one up. Here, let me move on to the next male gaze card. This is another one that loomed large in my mind. I'm sensing strong emotions, Captain. I don't know why Deanna Troy's taking clothes off. I think the environmental controls have gone out of whack on the Enterprise, and she's just working it out however she can. God bless her. I thought she's got.
She gave me the nastiest look.
No. Well, for Ashley, you want to say? Okay. Unhappy women do that to happy women. Okay. I was one time we had a family vacation and we were in Paris. We went to Paris and then Florence and then Rome. Freaking awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So we're in Paris, right? We're staying in this hotel. We're just coming in a hotel, and this old man is checking in with somebody who's clearly a prostitute. And she's like 22 years, and he's like 60. She's clearly a prostitute. She's wearing heels. Clearly a prostitute.
She likes him for who he is. They have so much in common.
Whatever. Listen. I think they're very happy to whatever. Look, she wants money. He wants to pay. I don't cast a spurt. Whatever anybody wants to do. Okay. But then as they're walking to the elevator, she looks at my wife and she's like, she was like, give this meanest look to her. I was like, what was that about? So again, I think unhappy women scour at happy women, and you can just sense it.
Well, I walked into an after convention, bar with some friends of mine, and I was in a costume because I had just finished shooting with Mark Meer, who's a voice actor for video games for Mass Effect, and the cast of Next Gen is there, and they're sitting, chit chatting, doing their thing, and Jonathan Frakes does one of these and watches me go through the bar. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, whatever. I'm not a celebrity chaser. I'm not.
You're just mesmerizingly attractive.
Well, it gets better. So a friend of mine, my friend's like, hey, we should go talk to Jonathan Frakes. He was looking at you. I was like, and he's trying to do his thing. I'm like, all right, fine. We'll go over. We'll talk to him. He jumps up to greet me. Grabs my hand, we shake hands. I'm like, hey, I wanted to introduce myself in Albuquerque. We were both guests there. I got really busy. Oh, go, yeah, Albuquerque. And my friend kind of jumps in and takes that. And Mariana is just bitch looking at me the whole time. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. I ended up sitting with LeVar Burton, and we had a lovely conversation. It was when he was putting out his Kickstarter for Reading Rainbow. And let me tell you, in real life, LeVar Burton sounds exactly like he does in Reading Rainbow. But here's the thing, in my memory of this conversation, he's got the eye visor like in Star Trek, and I know he wasn't wearing it, but in my mind, in my memory, he's got that on.
That does happen. There was a comic book magazine which had an article which featured me in it, and they mentioned it on the front cover, and in my head I was on the front cover.
I love it.
Yeah. I understand. I just added on a final for the male gaze cut. I'm sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. The final for the male gaze cut for no reason other than I love my audience. I just love my audience, and this one, the Force is female. I'm just going to zoom in because it's so good. It's so freaking good because the Force is so very, very female. I think we need to retake that phrase, right? To own it. You see, there's a couple of things I like about this. Firstly, Jabba is very happy, obviously, but also, if you notice, Jabba's palace is behind him. So either this is the Muriel wall, or he's got a little a sex pad palace to go to with his. With Princess Leia, who looks very happy. I stipulated to the artist, I didn't want her to look like, she looks very happy about this thing. She's like, the worries of the revolution, they're over. I can just be me now. I think she's saying, Bib Fortuna, not very interested. Not very interested.
I did a Slave Leia cosplay, and I do have a Slave Leia cosplay cover of my book, Confessions of a Cosplay Diva, which is also on Indiegogo in demand. That one is available immediately. It's over 50 pages, and it is a pinup / confessional. So you get a pinup, and then you get some story about what it's like at cons, celebrities I've met, stories of things that have happened, behind the scenes information, that sort of thing. So yeah, it is also comic book size, so you can bag it, board it, put it with your comics, and hide it from your wife.
Let me find it. It's a Confession of a Comic Cosplay Diva. Right?
Diva.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll pull it up.
And I have tons of variant covers on that one, including a Billy Tucci art cover as well.
Oh, this is cool. So this is basically like an art book of all your cosplay.
Well, it's art, but it's also stories. So it's like there's and then there's stories that talk about, what it was like at this con and what happened here and travel tips.
I like that.
What it's like when you're driving 20 hours to get out of the car and jump into a convention.
I just really like the way that you play Power Girl different from everybody else. You seem like a different person there. Really like. Here, shall we play the video?
If you want to, go for it.
Why not? Why wouldn't we want it?
Hello and welcome. My name is CARA NICOLE, and this is Confessions of a Cosplay Diva. Thank you for checking out my new cosplay book, and if you're pledging, congratulations on taking your next step in cosplay momentum. When you get Confessions of a Cosplay Diva, you will not only read about my misadventures, but also experience some of my most notorious cosplay and modeling photos. You know I like to do things for you collectors, so Confessions of a Cosplay Diva is comic book size. Check out our incredible...
Someone said volume, Rabbi.
I'm sorry? Oh, can nobody hear it? I thought I was sharing it.
You were sharing, yeah, just crank it up.
1 second, let me make it louder. I click over. There you go. Thank you.
Complement your comic book collection. Come for the content, stay for the extras with all of our stretch goals.
And I always give tons of extra goals. It's like stretch goals, cards, stickers, all kinds of fun extra things.
Right? And it pays to cosplay. So with the VIP and producer packages, you get everything the campaign has to offer, guaranteed. Pledge, share, and remember, only you can support cosplay. Until next time, power.
Cool. Oh, so the basic book is like $20. The basic book. How many pages is it?
It's over 50. I think it's 52.
Okay.
So, and there's tons of content in there.
Oh, that's cool. I love that. That's so. I really just think you're nailing that. It's in exactly the right. It's sexy, but it's not dirty. It's very hard to get to what are they? It's a very straight. It's a very unclear gauge but I think you're really nailing it. That's a bit much for me.
Now, that book is no longer available in that form. So that's an acetate cover. So the top cover is plastic. So when you open it, it's actually top.
Oh, okay.
But this one, the Wonder Woman. But the Wonder Woman is a jeweled edition. It's actually got Swarovski crystals attached to the cover. So it's a holofoil jeweled edition. So there's jewels actually attached to the cover.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I see that. Billy Tucci cover. That's very nice.
Yes, I got Billy Tucci. And I colored it. So I got to color Billy Tucci.
Look, if I'm gonna get a book, I really would want you on it. I would want a representation of you on it. Slave Leia. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you're just 100% nailing it. Yes. Yeah, the Rebel Scum cover. Absolutely.
That was a pretty big fan favorite. Jinkies. We got the Velma. And then Daphne. We couldn't have people were like, oh, what about Daphne? All right, let's have Daphne too.
I'm sorry?
People were like, well, you got Velma, you gotta have Daphne too. Like, all right, we'll have
listen, I think you won me over with Daphne. I'm always like Velma's overlooked, but I think Daphne gets it there. Who we got there? This is who's that? This is just
it's a Power Girl lingerie piece.
Oh yeah, I see the white and the black. That makes sense. Oh, that's
Domino.
Right. So again, do you own all these clothes, or is it? No,
I own all these clothes. Some of these I've made. Some of them are pieces that I've bought, that I've modified, that I've done. Yeah, no, this is all my stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
A lot of artists have used that domino piece for their own, like as reference. This one. Yeah. This one is my character, Polly Gunn, from the first comic book Ashcan that I put out called Nixed. So that was my character.
Okay. Do you have an Indiana Jones? I just thought because I saw the hat. I thought that, but you
no, I don't have an Indiana Jones, but
I'm trying to find one, and I don't think anybody's done one.
Black Cat, and that's a holofoil cover.
Oh, very cool, very nice.
This one's also a holofoil cover, Vampirella, and I actually do have a Vampirella cosplay cover for Dynamite as well.
Oh, okay, very nice. Another Billy Tucci.
This is the Color Me cover, so you can actually. So that was Billy's drawing of me, and you can color it yourself.
Okay. And now we get collection. Oh, I see. That makes sense. So what collection will I get? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Second back.
But we also have sketch covers. So people that like to have original art drawn on them, you can get a sketch cover and have people.
So who does that? Oh, you're super.
Whoever you want. They come blank on Strathmore, so you can have your artist do it. Whatever artist you want.
Oh, okay.
I've got patches.
Cover, I think is what you're saying.
So these are like all the little bonuses you get, stickers and guitar picks and prints and all kinds of fun little things.
Tinkerbell. Oh, there's more.
Yeah, so these are unlocked. These were expansion goals. So if we hit a certain level, you can buy these covers.
Right?
This is the Power Girl pool pictures. It was a triple set.
Oh, cool.
The implied nude beach cover that we shot in Mexico. And an uncovered cover.
I got it. That's very uncovered. Okay, very good. Oh, that's also well.
Got a little bit of fan service in there, Oh yeah, keep going. This is my favorite.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so you're very good. You're in the.
So this is like one of the most popular styles of homage covers that creators do. They'll do the Amazing Spider-Man #1, and they put their own character. And I believe, prove me wrong, that I am the only cosplayer that has an ASM #1 swipe or ASM 300 swipe.
I the 300. Again, your Power Girl. You can always tell your Power Girl before it's the costume. I mean, even the costume is very nice. So again, where did you start with cosplay? What do you think was your first character?
My first character was Power Girl.
Okay, I'm always going to scroll past your nude ones because I'm talking to you and it feels rude.
I appreciate that. It shows that you actually have some character, and I appreciate that. There are some people that would be like, "Can I say your bobs?"
Really? That's not nice. But that's like, okay.
Well, honey.
I don't know why people would do that. So yeah, okay, this is a very fun book. It's available now. Oh, you got an Orion. I just love you got like 50 pages. This book is so meant for. If only you could have promoted it on my channel when you were here. Because again, this is really listen. I kind of like sci-fi and boobies. I would say it's if you were to boil my channel down into like 3 words, I would say it's that. So so yeah, this would have been a great place to promote it.
Well, it's still on Indiegogo, so you can still get it. So
yeah. I do like your French maid. It's again, I just like the sense of humor.
So that's Yvette from Clue. And if you remember the movie Clue,
right.
But yeah, I did some images with the little pistol and some with the noose, and we had a lot of fun with that one.
Okay, fine. Fine. So I think we promoted. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to look at your music?
If you want to, yeah, go for it.
How do I get
YouTube.com/TheAZPowerGirl.
1 second. I did YouTube.com.
The AZ Power Girl. Somebody stole my name.
So VEAZ, what?
Nope, THE.
THE?
THE. I'm sending you the link.
Oh, that's pretty helpful.
The AZ Power Girl. There you go.
There you go. In a second.
Yeah, and so we did Elvira. I did Elvira, and we did a fun upbeat version of the Monster Mash. So instead of keeping it all like the Monster Mash, we like really like bumped it up and made it like fun and poppy.
If I was a comic book store that was still around, I would so work out a deal to hire you for like once a week or right once a month to come by for to do a promotion. It's just like there's so much fun stuff you can do. But yeah, I was looking at your your stream you streaming you were doing recently. What one would you like me to go to?
What kind of music do you like? What do you if you scroll to the right over there, right next to the Fire Bitch campaign end party, there's a there's a little tabby there.
This one?
You can kind of keep seeing. There's our Christmas song. There's Social Media Diva by Eccleston, or go to the playlist.
Oh, okay. Well, I just clicked on the wrong one.
Hey, if you want to play Christmas music, go for it.
I always like Christmas music. Again, it's weird. I'm a rabbi.
I wrote this. This was our Christmas song that we wrote.
Oh, really? Very cool. Yeah. 1 second. Is that? So far, it's Christmassy. Let me turn up a bit.
Jingle bells are ringing, but inside you feel like screaming. Sometimes we all just face the world alone. From one day to another, we're all sisters and we're brothers. But remember, everybody needs someone. If you can't be here in my arms, just know you're always in my heart. It's Christmas all around, listen to the sound. If joy just can't be found, remember it's a time for peace and love. So if you're up or down,
hey. It's very good. It's very good. It's a lot of fun. Very Christmassy.
So you get the idea, yeah. And we wrote this past Christmas with COVID in mind, as well as people who don't have the ability to be with their loved ones. So that was kind of where we went. But if you go to my
playlist, I quite enjoyed COVID. I kind of enjoyed not going anywhere. I felt that's how I felt life should be like. People didn't bother. I was one of the only people who like lockdown. Nobody bothered me. And it was left alone. It was great. I recommend it.
I love it. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So easy. I've got tons of different ones. Social Media Diva was for Fire Bitch.
Oh, the Fire Bitch. Fire Bitch now in that's the video.
That's the ending of the campaign video for Kickstarter. If you go to playlists, you can go to the music videos.
Playlist. Oh, there you go.
There you go. And So I've got like little categories here and music. There you go. Yeah, just view the playlist and you can see. So there's the Monster Mash and my Elvira. Do You See Me was an original
Jessica Rabbit. Okay, that wins. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care what you're singing. I want to see the Jessica Rabbit costume.
Well, I'm singing the song she sang in the movie.
Oh, get out of here. I can't watch that. I'll turn into jelly. No. Okay, no. I'm only flesh and blood. I can't. I can't still going. Oh, stop. Be still my beating heart. I would need to be revived. I couldn't watch that. Are you out of your mind? I'm an old man. I can't deal with so much excitement. Okay, we'll go for Elvira. Okay,
go for it. That one's fun. I love that one. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, there you go.
And you can see kind of what we did with it to kind of make it our own.
Okay, there's only. Oh my! I shouldn't have stopped the shaking. There's only so much I can take. As I said, it's a bit much for me.
Well, you can see what we do as far as like changing up the songs, and instead of doing like a straight like this is how it's done, we kind of mix it up.
It's fun. No, I do. I like it. It's a lot of fun. Time says, "Don't worry about it. I'll watch it for you." Well, you're very good for me. Thank you. No, but if it's on, I'm gonna have to see. Listen, I generally try. I do like titillation. Things like people, but I try to generally avoid it. Because it's just like I get, it's like I would be, I still want a rabbi. I will get sucked into it.
And like I just got tons of stuff like just even little things like the flapper dance over there. It's 30 seconds. Okay, it's from my flapper cosplay. It's not a song. It was just kind of just like little fun things that we love to put out there.
Where's the flapper dance?
Scroll down right there. It was just a part of the photo shoot.
Yeah, this is already more coordination than I've ever had in my life.
But we just love having fun with everything we do.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was this. So what would you say is your favorite things to cosplay now?
I don't know. I love Fire Bitch, obviously. There's always something new. Like we just did Chitara, and that was so great.
I should show you my the comic I'm working on. Because that's really I should really that's really right for cosplaying. It's basically designed to be. Now I think about it, it's very. I've never seen you do anything a steampunk.
A steampunk. I did Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassins. I did their steampunk.
Right. I did see that
cover for their book, and I did back in the day. I did some stuff with the Steampunk Society of Arizona.
Right.
But. Yeah, steampunk, I haven't done too much. There are some people out there that their stuff is incredible. I did a steampunk Supergirl, but when you're dealing with characters that are very heavy with their own powers, what do they need a steampunk thing for? You know what I mean? Like they can be part of the era, but I just think the idea of giving like Supergirl a weapon, like she is a weapon. So I haven't found it yet, I'm working on it.
Yeah, one second. I'm just pulling up this thing. There we go. One second. Go over here. How do I go? Share screen.
So Tardis Time says, I wonder if Cassandra Peterson has seen this. I have no idea. I follow Elvira. She has her own line of coffee out now, which I'm very excited about.
Okay. Well, how's her coffee?
I don't know. I haven't had it yet, but I want it. I want to try it.
Okay. So this is the new the new comic I'm working on. I did the art on this. Somebody else did the coloring. Rita Giovanni. So it's basically have you ever seen the movie Zulu?
No.
Okay, so it's a kind of a fictionally racist movie from the 60s. It's about a bunch of like a British colony in Africa that gets overrun by native savages, and they have to fight their way back through but essentially they horribly colonize and abuse these people, and they fight back. And it's from the point of view of the oppressor. It's interesting. So
that sounds very fascinating.
So I'm doing that essentially set on Mars. So you have this reasonably disgraced a guy who ends up being sent to Mars, and we had a lot of discussion with the colorist about the color of the alien prostitutes lingerie.
It sounds like it's kind of got a like a District 9 feel.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Here, 1 second. I just have to reply to a WhatsApp. What does it say? Yeah, fine. Okay, I got 9:35. 1 second. I just got to say thumbs up to this guy. I pressed the wrong button. I mean, really? Like how? You go to send an emoji, which is really the easiest thing, and you screw it up. That's me. So anyway, yeah. So he gets billeted to Mars, and he basically gets really into alien hookers and weed very, very quickly. Yeah. And he completely degenerates and accidentally causes this big native revolution. 1 second ago. But anyway,
awesome.
So I essentially put this character in. She's going to be in it for the second half of it, but just in more her Victorian underwear as they fight their way through the alien forest to get home. So this is made for cosplay. I mean, she kind of looks like you as well. It's it's not so real, but she certainly got this is totally made for cosplay. 1 second. Yeah, so there's lots of there's a guy. Is he moving to Arizona? No, he's moving to Texas. Have you ever heard of Nerdrotic's channel?
Say it again. Whose channel?
Ever heard of Nerdrotic's channel? It's a YouTube channel.
I don't think so.
So that's how I got into YouTube, and I started listening to this guy. So I basically made the comic. This guy is based on it, but it's back out. But there's lots of reasonably salacious. we got sexy aliens.
Reasonably salacious.
Exactly. You see, again, that's about as salacious as I want to get. Honestly, because I just don't want to break out in a sweat when I'm drawing it. So he has this this insane trip. He ODs. And so he has this insane trip, and he ends up believing he's one of the natives, and he essentially causes the revolution to start. And so he has to spend half the book fighting their way back. Yeah, this is where the coloring runs out.
Huh.
But there you go. That's what. And then it's for some reason the pages get way bigger. I think over here I haven't let them yet. That's why. So there you go. That's my next comic. As when I'm wrapping up my campaign shortly. So and I'll start the mailing list on that. So yeah, that's I just is right for cosplay. So what other things? What do you think you'll be doing next?
Next up we have so I have a Patreon for people that want to subscribe to me monthly and keep up on what's going on that way, and then get my photo sets there. I also do a movie night on Tuesdays for Patreon as well. So if you're a part of my Patreon, I send you a link we all get together on Zoom, kind of like this, where we can watch a movie together on a share screen and marathon movies and talk and hang out. But then I also have an OnlyFans where it's more of an a la carte menu, so you can like buy whatever sets you want. But and then with Fire Bitch, Unstable Frequencies is the next book we're working on. I've got a few. I always have irons in the fire.
You were telling me about that, about Unstable Frequencies. So that's like a 1950s sci-fi thing. It sounds
no. It's a horror. It's horror. So we've got different artists, different stories, all under our hostess. And so with the hostess, every Sunday, I do a social media diva hour with a few other ladies, and we talk seriously about life. You know, a lot of cosplayers like, I'm sad. I just try to be nice and cute and just fun. It's like, bitches, we have real lives. We're people. We have thoughts, feelings, and if you don't, then I hope you don't trip over your own feet as you're walking away. So that's every Sunday morning. It's like a brunch with, and it's a serious conversation. So ask us serious questions. We still have fun. We have a lot of fun, but it's kind of like The View, but from our perspective. And it's not just cosplayers. It's women from different walks of life, but we're all in this industry, you know, whether it's comics, cosplay, art, whatever. And it's like we're living our best lives, you know, because we don't have necessarily the 9 to 5. Even fans sometimes come on. So we're working on that. And so Unstable Frequencies, it's horror.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then I don't know. I've got just so much stuff, and then people, you didn't tell me. I didn't remember.
It does sound like it. Yes, I agree. It does sound like it. So listen, look, I was going to move on with the show. You can stay and you can comment. The next thing I was going to do, I was looking at a. Did you ever see the Christopher Eccleston playing Doctor Who? Was in it for 1 year.
I'm sure I have.
So he's just come back to do a bunch of radio plays, and they're promoting it heavily. And so he's done a question and answer session, and he just seems so miserable.
Really?
Like everything seems so serious. So I was going to go through it and like try and work out what's going on with this. Like everything is very down. If you're welcome to join me. It's going to be a weird world, but you're welcome to stay.
Well, I actually have to get back to work. I always have, irons in the fire. So I really appreciate you having me on. I had a really, really great time. Hit me up. I'd love to come on anytime. Say that again?
I said, feel free to come back anytime you want to promote. You're a fun guest. You're a fun guest who has, I get interesting opinions on lots of things.
Thank you. Yeah, anytime, hit me up and I'll keep an eye on you, and we'll definitely stay in touch. Check out the books. Disaster Area says bye to you. Darren,
everybody loves you. I'm telling you, was it a sexy Doctor Who shoot that my audience would
and I've had requests for it. It's just about trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, how I want to do it. That's like a big thing, is trying to put my style, my twist on it.
Well, you could do quite a good Tom Baker if you just did the scarf and the hat. That would be kind of cool.
Yes, and I want to make that scarf, and I do not know how to knit. I do know how to crochet, and I know that there are there's tutorials for that out there. So that's something that I definitely. I know knitters when
they get crazy into knitting. Like knitters get crazy. There was like this big bust up in the knitting fandom world because progressive knitters didn't like traditionalists. It was crazy. It's
crazy.
Every fandom.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with you. It's nuts. Crafters, man, they'll stab you with those knitting needles.
Yes, exactly.
They're hardcore. People don't think it, but those crafters are hardcore women and men.
Oh, well, this was a great recommendation if you can get on it. It's a massive show, Friday Night Tights on Nerdrodic. Nerdrodic is a channel. I started it. I started watching it about a couple of years ago. And it was like small. It was like 10,000 subscribers. Now he's up to like 300,000. He has I can't never do it because on Friday night it's Sabbath for me. But on Friday night he has like a panel of like 9 people. You would be so good on that show.
I don't even know. Hey, if you message me their info and maybe I'll hit them up and be like, hey, I'm always down for new shows. I love talking to people. I love your questions. I love, having fun and getting to like word vomit all over the place. It's been very, very helpful to me during COVID, especially being able to socialize this way.
Yeah, no.
Suck out your life force.
Well, again, I'm not going to resist. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I did. Thank you very much. Fine. So I always feel rude when I hit remove screen, but I'm about to do it. I'm about to. So please, everybody, go back, Cara. That's the wrong thing. I meant to hit remove screen there as well. And we're good. Wow, what a fantastic guest. Let me pull up the. You're still here. I feel like I should bring you back. She's still in the green room. I don't know what to do. Wait. She wants to come back. 1 second. She said, "Oh no, she's gone." Let's go to Chrome tab, and we're back on the flapper dance. We've got to find Big Finish because, like, we have to watch this. It's Big Finish. There you go. This is the one. Just like everything is bad news. Okay. It's not bad, just he's very dour. There you go. Yeah, that's him at his happiest. like it really is. That's absolutely him at his happiest right there. I've got to turn the sound up. Okay.
Christopher Eccleston, and I'm back playing the 9th Doctor for Big Finish audio dramas. And I'll be answering your questions.
And it's like, I'll be answering questions and I will be no fun whatsoever. That's really, I will be zero fun. Okay, Chris, let's not have fun. I mean, it's only a joyous role of Doctor Who.
I'm a Brazilian fan, and my question is, how do you feel knowing that you're acting as the 9th Doctor enchanted people all around the world and that all of them love you? Please send a kiss to my friend Pierre.
No, okay, that's him at his happiest. Let's see. That would be the nicest thing anybody had ever said to me. Okay, let me be clear. That's the absolute nicest thing that anybody ever said to me. Let's see how Chris Eccleston reacts.
Pierre, that's for you. Well, I feel enchanted back. Is
it me or is he like, get a life? Bollocks, what do I say? God, this sad. I mean, that seems to be what's going on in his head.
A role that has brought me a great deal of love, and I return it with bells on. Have you heard Nick Briggs' impersonation of your Doctor, and what do you think of it?
I've never liked Nick Briggs as 9th Doctor, right? And they always have him doing it. I think Jake Dubman will probably be a better 9th Doctor. Nick Briggs' 9th Doctor sounds nothing like the 9th Doctor, like nothing at all. So let's see what fun answer he has for us.
I have not heard Nick Briggs' impersonation of my Doctor, but I have heard.
See, that would be fun. Okay, that would be fun and entertaining.
Nick Briggs' impersonation of a Dalek, and it needs a lot of work.
Okay, and that is a Christopher Eccleston joke. That's a light moment for Christopher Eccleston. Like, Chris, mate, Chris. It's like, come on. It's like that's just that expression is like is I don't know. I watched it. I was like, oh, what? This guy should lighten up.
As does his Cyberman. Would you consider reprising your take as Macbeth for an audio drama with Big Finish?
Now you can see this has suddenly got to something he likes, right? He's interested in this.
It is my favourite one, and I long to hear you perform it. Yes, I would love to do Macbeth for Big Finish, and also I plan to return to Macbeth if I possibly can on stage in a different production in London, a chamber production that concentrates on the language and the psychology. A plan.
Jeez, I mean, like he's passionate about. He just turned me off it, right? It's just like, wow, dude, that doesn't sound. Okay, it's very earnest, very erstwhile. Thank you. Wow.
Production of Macbeth post-lockdown would be very special to me. What eras of history would you like to explore? I recall Paul McGann rather wanted to do a World War I story and got one in Dark Eyes. I would like to go back to...
Okay, again, this answer, I haven't finished the whole thing, but this answer was like, wow, that's an insanely, well, again, it's very boring. So yeah, the result of it will be quite boring.
Salford of the 1920s and 30s to the Salford of my mother Elsie and my father Ronnie's childhood, and also the Salford immortalized.
I mean, really, at this point, we're at a Little Britain sketch. I would like to be Salford and the Salford of the and that Salford. And another Salford. I mean, really, again, it just seems to be, I don't know.
By Harold Brighouse in Hobson's Choice. The Salford studied for a classic slum. The Salford.
I like real. I mean, we're on the tour of Salford. I mean, like the Salford. Like, I get it. You like Salford, mate. You like Salford. Maybe I know. Go crazy and go to Wales. I know, but just like further afield, maybe Taj Mahal. Anywhere in space, anywhere in time. Like that thing from like it was the Matt Smith intro to Amy Bond. Okay, we can go anywhere in space, anytime. The only rule is it's got to be brilliant. Got to be and like okay, all these are a no so far. Salford down the road, Salford the cul-de-sac. So I
was visited by Engels. And understand the roots of my own family.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that's over.
After being somewhat distant towards the role since leaving, that's your opinion.
It's our opinion based on your distance. Like what? It's it's again. It's your opinion based on you being distant from the role. It's like yeah, you were distant. You know, like what we call distant is what you were.
What was the deciding factor in returning to the character now? My inner child is very excited to have new Ninth Doctors.
Well, let me stomp on that inner child. Let me just stomp any hope out of you.
Adventures again. Well, I mean, I'm an actor and I act to support myself and my children, Albert and Esme. So the deciding factor, it might not be fashionable to say it, is that it's paid work, particularly in a pandemic.
Okay, you know what's not fashionable to say? It's not fashionable to say that over and over again in every given opportunity. Like you know, like money. It was a job. Like the first time I took it, it was a job. I like the zero passion. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to the Ninth Doctor Adventures, but wow, this is just a downer.
After that, it was the quality of the writing, and it's always scripts and writers that attract me to projects.
I do hope it's good, right? I really hope they're good because Dalek Universe disappointed. Okay, the problem with Dalek Universe was a combination of lack of Daleks and the meddling nun. Yes, you heard it right. The meddling nun. It's been a while. I think we can say it now. Meddling nun. Gemma Whelan played the meddling nun. Wasn't very good at it. Really, didn't really like her take on the character.
And the quality of Big Finish's writers is so high, and it's been a joyous experience. How easy did you find?
I mean, one second. Let's go back to him saying joyous experience.
It's been a joyous experience.
Really, mate. I've seen people having joy. That's not it.
How easy did you find it slipping back into the character? And did audio create any new challenges? I found it very easy. I said that in the first couple of days. And the reason it was easy is because of the quality of the scripts. I think the people who write these Big Finish audios have immersed themselves in the series. So they're very acquainted with the voices of all the characters, all the doctors and all the actors who played it. So it was very easy for me. The challenges were for me to keep still.
So basically they just said, we've written something for you. Yeah, like all you got to do is say it. And it's like, yeah, that's the sort of thing I like to do.
Wilfredo, who I work with a lot as a sound engineer, I drive him mad. He makes me wear a straitjacket. My doctor was quite physical. and I tend to kick things and knock things over and over physicalize, and all that has to be actually placed into the voice rather than the body. So that's been a challenge for me, keeping still, but that's been a challenge for me all my life. Would you like to do a story with a classic doctor?
Again, he's able to suck the joy, any joy out of this idea. Man, Chris, can we do anything for you, mate? What's wrong?
And which would you want to do it with? Who is a classic doctor? That's all a matter of opinion. They're all classic doctors. I would like to act with Patrick Troughton, but Patrick has passed.
Okay, firstly, firstly, what's a classic doctor? He just doesn't know the term. Okay, fine. And then I like Patrick Troughton, but he's dead. Patrick Troughton, dead. Okay. He didn't die in Salford. Really? Okay. You want to know a bit about Salford? No, Chris. I've heard everything about. I could tell you more about Patrick Troughton and Salford. No, we're cool, mate.
So I'd settle for his son, David, who's a wonderful actor.
Okay, fine. Maybe you want to hear Fraser Hines. He was pretty good.
Given the opportunity, would you like the Ninth Doctor to meet the Master and or River Song, on the chance that Nick Briggs has told you who River Song is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's like all these words is like blah 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 to him.
I don't really know much about the Master and River Song, but my Doctor's happy to meet anybody, so I'm entirely open. The most important question: do you?
I mean, I have to tell you, that was just a bit of that smile he just, I guess, was like,
know much about the Master.
Yeah, 1 second.
Song, but my Doctor's happy to meet anybody, so I'm entirely open.
I mean, yeah, I can't grab again. That smile was just like, okay.
Most important question: do you have the leather jacket? No, I don't have the leather jacket.
Yeah. Again, let me stomp on your memories, on your dreams.
And I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah. And I know I don't have it. I don't know where it is. I don't care.
If you could choose a more serious subject matter for a story, what would you go for? Climate change, the issues surrounding homelessness, anything else? Your activism is such an important aspect, and like Katie Manning, it's great to see you using your influence for good. I think climate is the massive issue, isn't it? And I think
I guess you have to say that, don't you? Otherwise, you get thrown out of being an actor. What's this? Matthew Powder says he sounds like Marvin the Paranoid. He does. See, that would be a role for it. I would expect this guy to play Marvin. He'll be an awesome Marvin. Just play it like that. No, it's not that he doesn't know the term. He's giving all the doctors a label, which is true. Each doctor is. I understand that. There's honesty in everything he says, but whoa, we could do with a little bit of lightness as well. Chrissy May, anybody apart from Captain Jack. Okay. Life. Don't talk to me about life. 1 second. No, you don't have to say that. It's an important issue. I don't know. I honestly, I don't. My problem with climate change is this: everybody tells me it's an important issue is wrong about everything, and it seems there's a lot of like lies being said about it. So I don't know what it's like. I will say that to somebody earlier today. You can't make an argument without lying. Maybe you don't have a good argument, right? That seems to be the case. If you can't make an argument without lying, it might be. And again, I'm not saying there's no global warming. I have such distrust for the people telling me that it's an issue. I automatically don't trust them, right? Because I have such incredible distrust for them. The problem being says it's bullshit. So there you go. I would trust problem being on this thing. Okay, 1 second. I'm just getting back to the sitting down again. There. Let's go back to here. Okay.
The Doctor historically has always been interested in that. He talks about the apes that inhabit this planet and the damage they do to it and to each other. It's been a trope throughout the series, the history of the series.
No, it was really only his era, wasn't it? When he called it, it was like, oh, yeah. I mean, like, you got like the occasional like humans line from Sylvester McCoy, but mostly it was like, yeah.
Protect the planet Earth and the apes on it. It would be very interesting for the Doctor to meet Attenborough.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. We need to send some weed to Christopher Eccleston. Okay, that's what needs to happen. We need to send some weed, and everything's going to be okay, mate. Yes, we need to send some weed to Christopher Eccleston. It's going to be okay, Chris. It's okay.
And yes, homelessness.
Yeah, if you want suicide,
I'm an ambassador for Big Issue. It's something very close to my heart, and this pandemic has meant that Big Issue sellers have been cut off from their livelihood, and we will see homelessness increase tenfold in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
So that's good news. There you go. That's fun.
I think that's a huge.
That's what to look forward to.
Issue, and I think the beauty of Doctor Who is it can deal with things like that without soapboxing. But certainly that's something.
Well, it used to be able to, and I hope it can. Right? I hope it. I liked it when Doctor Who would deal with like some social issues, but like, oh, man, can they do it without? So that's the question. Can they do it? I don't think Chris is qualified to judge. Will be my thing. I don't think Chris is qualified to judge.
So, Doctor is interested in the benighted members of society. So both those issues will be interesting. The beauty of Doctor Who is it can adapt. Simply, what does it mean?
It can adapt to a miserable bugger. I mean, you didn't seem that down when you did it.
To you,
and weren't you in the middle of like a nervous? I don't know what the mental condition is, but you didn't seem happy.
Personally, to be playing them.
You know what we need? We know what we need. We just need to have spend some time with CARA NICOLE. I think she raises everybody's spirits. Quite frankly, my spirits were quite vigorously raised. Let me just say, I think they were.
The Ninth Doctor again after all this time. It's a joy.
Like again, that's the face of joy. No, it's a face that swallowed the wasp, mate.
I'm having a lovely time.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You guys a job, money. I have my kids.
Playing him. Because the scripts I've been given are so good, and Big Finish are so organised and honest and straight talking, and they keep their standards very high. So it's been.
I mean, this could legitimately be a Ricky Gervais documentary at this point. It could legitimately be a
joy. Can you please say a certain word again, Chris? Because you are absolutely a certain word.
Okay, well, you kind of are in the role. There you
Fantastic.
Go. Oh, geez, come on.
Fantastic.
That's not fair. That was just like, he didn't even say it right. Oh my God, dude, just throw us a bone. Something. Oh. And I like him. Don't be wrong. I like his Doctor. I like it. You know, like I'm on board. I don't know. Bring back CARA. God, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The world needs more CARA. I think that's what we learned tonight. I think I'm going to wrap up. Again, I got my appointment to get in trouble. I wonder how much trouble I'm in. I got to get in trouble. It's about an hour from now. I think I shouldn't be. I think, again, I got this back channel deal sort of worked out where we can like kill two birds with one stone. That'll be fun. But I think, the thing that we learned tonight is CARA NICOLE makes everything better. CARA NICOLE does indeed make everything better. And you know what? I liked her as well. Here's the thing. And you do get a feeling of her personality if you sub to a channel. Listen, I think if we could get her doing more Fandom Menace stuff, her channel would explode because she's super hot. I don't think there's any way that, like, when she was telling the story about Jonathan Frakes, I'm like, well, how would how would it not be following you? Again, I just can't imagine she just hasn't spent her whole life with like men go. I don't know. It must be a weird way to live your life, but who knows? See, I don't know what it's like to live your life as somebody like stunningly beautiful. So I like to talk to people. We should get more cosplayers in because but she was particularly good. I like to take on stuff. Fine. We're not doing the Blake 7 thing tonight. I'm out of energy. I'm gonna have a bite to eat. I got to work things out. I'm going to wish you all a pleasant evening. I think I'm going to hit the end broadcast button, and then it's time for the Wizzy World.